Dave Meltzer, guys like that.
What the hell does Meltzer know, a little puke?
No! I really don't care what Dave Meltzer has to say.
You know, this guy Meltzer is so knowledgeable of this industry. Why has he not opened his own territory, ran his own business? Because the first thing he would do would put himself on top, make himself the champion, and everybody on the net would hate his fucking ass.
No!
When did you
You should have been a booker.
What?
You should have been a booker.
Okay. All right.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know everything about it.
Never...
You should have been very successful.
Not in this era.
You're the most knowledgeable person I've talked to, almost in my life. Next time Vern calls me, I'm gonna tell him to go shut up. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I'm gonna talk to Dave Meltzer.
All right.
Listen, you know, it's just impossible to talk to you.
Okay.
You're like an awful lot of people that I've known in my lifetime, and I guess that must be like some people you've known.
Yeah.
I did it, and you wish you could.
No!
Internet writers and dirt sheet guys, were they your critics?
No, I didn't care. Like I always said, if all those guys are such great wrestling minds, I mean, anybody can Monday quarterback. I just always thought that, you know, if you're so brilliant, why have you not, you know, Meltzer, why have you not booked it for a major? You know, those sheets had a lot of, you know, dud. You know, and it was every year it was like match of the year, you know, Abu Zago versus Naposeno in the Carokian Hall. Like, yeah, right. You fucking saw it when. You saw it from fucking Oakland? Fuck you.
Backbone Wrestling Network. Welcome back to Meltzer Knows Best? ? This is a collection or a gaggle of geeses.
Was that Conrad Thompson that just did that?
No, it was almost like the Ron Burgundy. I'm Ron Burgundy.
What happened when? That's where it was Conrad Thompson that just did that intro. That was great. Keep going.
Well, for everybody out there, I will announce one of the hosts of the show. You just heard him there, Mr. Shawn Kidd. Shawnee, how you doing, baby?
I'm good, Keith. I was just busting balls because it did sound a little Conrad-esque, but that's okay. It was good. No, I'm good. Happy to be here on episode 4 to talk about this match tonight, a match I've never even heard of before in my life. But I'm very, very happy that I watched it, and I'll stop there on that point until we talk about it. So this
is your Jeopardy answer of these 4 women have never been in my kitchen. It's basically that's the answer to that. But have you
ever driven a Toyota? No, sorry, go ahead.
My God. But along with that, I want to welcome in, of course, the man who rules the backbone, Mr. Meltzer out of his chair, Mr. Logjam Crosland. Hi, Logan. How are you, bud?
Calm down there, Sean. Gee whiz. Happy to be here as always. Happy to not be in the play-by-play chair on this one for once. So I'm sure you'll do a swimming job, and we won't at all get canceled after this one. So we'll see.
There's a possibility, but yeah, you made a big mistake with episode 1 and 2, having to cover 2 hour-long matches, and your throat was pretty sore at the end of the second episode. Pulling back the curtain, we record 2 of these at a time. So Logan was a little tired after recording the second episode because he had just done a marathon, or Broadway, if we will.
I give Logan mad props for those first 2 episodes.
Absolutely. Not only that, but having to take notes of an hour-long match is pretty ridiculous in and of itself. So, but speaking of the only one who is in and of himself, We have a fourth man in the booth here today, which is amazing because he always brings the heat. He always brings the passion. He always brings the flavor of every spice there is. Mr. Scotty Shiflett, Shiffy baby, how are you, buddy?
Oh, thanks, Keith. I'm good. I'm doing great tonight. Ready to talk about this match. You know, we had a spirited debate on the on episode 3. Go back and listen to that in the archives. But I feel we are probably going to be in lockstep with this one. The only one that might throw me a curveball is actually you. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this match.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm interested to see. That's no shade at you. I just know we have different ways we view wrestling, as we're going to see on this podcast. You know, I was not here on the first 2 episodes. I had my permission slip signed late to be able to do this. So yeah, but I'm here. I'm going to be here for until I die. So, or the podcast ends, whichever comes first.
And to recap, the first 2, I think we all aligned, and then there was a little bit of debate on the last one, right? I think we were all aligned on the first 2. Is that right, Logan?
Yeah. We were pretty consistently 5 stars in the first one. And
Okay,
the second one was
that wacky 6-man.
Yeah, the 6-man was kind of good, but not great. So
with Beefcake Baba.
Yeah, we were kind of half and half on the last one, so we'll see how this one goes.
Okay, all right, got it.
So the matchup that we have tonight is actually from All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling WrestleMarine Piad 1994, which was, I guess, their big event that took place in Kawasaki, Japan on October 9th, 1994. 1994. What did I say?
No, you're good, Keith. Don't let him rattle. You're fine. Don't let him.
Jesus Christ! I'm well, you know what's funny is like Shift's like, let's take this as serious as possible, and I'm trying to do that, especially considering that we're still in the cone of Japanese influence here for Meltzer. So it's yet another one that everybody's dying to hear my stupid accent say all these Japanese names, and I'm gonna really try really hard. So I apologize beforehand if I sound like an asshole, but this is the main event on this show. It is a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the Women's World Wrestling Association Tag Team Championship, and that, of course, was the Tag Team Champions for All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling. It is the champions Manami Toyota and Toshiyo Yamada versus Double Inoue, and that is Kyoko Inoue and Takako Inoue. So that is, and I said all those names correctly, right, Logan?
Good job.
Yeah. So it's Kayako. I'm not trying to be funny. So
Kyoko, either way.
Okay.
Kyoko
good job.
Takako. Yes.
Very good, Keith. Did a good job.
So, yes, this is and like I said, this is a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup. So I don't know the full background of these 2 tag teams. Logan, do you have any education on the background of this story between this matchup at all, or not really?
Well, I mean, obviously the Inoues are sisters. They are blood.
They are not sisters. I looked that up. They're not. I mean, maybe they might be kayfabe sisters like the Anderson brothers, but they're not sisters in real life.
Situation.
Okay.
But I think Takako was kind of the main eventer kind of part of the team. Obviously, I think Kyoko is another obviously top person. I think she's kind of on the come up at this point. I think she's kind of the rising star. I think Takako is kind of maybe a little bit older, and she has credibility at this point and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Toyota's kind of the same way as Kyoko. She's headed for a big push. And Yamada's kind of an upper card wrestler that's, she has some credibility behind her as well. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just general kind of stuff that I've seen on the internet and stuff like that. But I don't have a ton of background for this specific match. So, but I know that that's kind of their status at this point.
Well, I do know that Toyota and Yamada did defeat for the championships Dynamite Kanase and Mayumi Ozaki. So that is where they're currently in their tag team championship of that reign right now. So pretty interesting here that this is where we're at right now. However, we'll go into the play-by-play at this point. I do want to say that Kyoko's built like a brick shithouse, and right off the bat, you could tell that she's the power of this team. Like she really is like a beast in this match. So we start off with Toyota and Kyoko. We have Kyoko charging and hitting a clothesline on Toyota. Kyoko then picks up Toyota Irish whip into the ropes with a big drop kick to send Toyota to the mat. We get some clubbing forearms from Kyoto to the back of Toyota into the corner. In comes Takako from a tag, who puts Toyota into a tree of woe and immediately climbs up to the top rope and starts pushing on her knee to like almost intensify the pain. She's pointing at the crowd, jeering at the crowd, getting the crowd into it. Takako then picks up Toyota and puts her into a camel clutch, really pulling on the back there. Full camel clutch on the ground. Like the torque on this is just incredible that Toyota is getting on this, or getting put in on this. Takako then starts drilling some elbows into the forehead. The tag is made now to Kyoko, who comes in and hits some trapezius thrusts, and then hits like a shoulder block to kind of knock down Toyota to the mat. She then picks her up into like that weird body slam where they kind of like, it looks like they're going for a suplex, but then they do like a body slam. They do that a lot during this match. So I don't know if that's like a Japanese thing in like the 90s or whatever, but it happens like all the time. All four competitors do this. She gets Toyota then. Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to read my notes here. Yeah. So then we get Kyoko gets into a half crab on Toyota while she's on the ground. Takako then comes in and then kind of stands on Toyota's head, cheering to the crowd, which is kind of really funny. The tag is made to Takako correctly, and she comes off with a double axe hand onto the top of Toyota. Irish whip into the ropes. Toyota jumps onto the top rope and then hits a crossbody out to Takako. That move was unbelievable. She fully leaps, lands perfectly on the top rope, doesn't wobble, and then leaps and does like a crossbody. I was like, what? So they got a tag made now to Yamada, who comes in and immediately starts to attack Takako. Yamada picks up and immediately hits a double underhook suplex, kick to the back of the head of Takako, and a kick to the leg and to the knee now, taking her down. Another kick to the leg, some kicks to the thighs, another kick to the thigh. She starts hitting more higher on the thigh, almost into the lower ass cheek. We have multiple kicks to the lower upper thigh, lower ass cheek. Yamada picks up, gets an Irish whip, and hits a sidewalk slam on Tatako, and then puts her into it's that weird move where like they put their like knee, like they put the opponent's head behind their knee, and they kind of like almost it's supposed to be a submission hold, but it doesn't work that way because Takako makes it to the ropes for a break. It's like a quick move. Yamada now putting pressure on her knee and using like a leg grapevine. And you can tell Takako is in pain here, struggling to make the tag. She then makes it over to the ropes for a break. Yamada then picks her up to body slam her, but she overcompensates, and we get a pinning attempt made by Takako onto Yamada. Tag is made now to Kyoko, and we get a test of strength between both women. Kyoko overpowers Yamada when Yamada then breaks the test of strength with some kicks to the midsection. But then we get a quick reversal and some forearm chops to Yamada's face and chest by Kyoko. We get an Irish whip, a duck underneath, and then we have a belly-to-belly suplex, beautiful belly-to-belly suplex by Yamada, and then a nice snapmare to Yamada with a kick to the back of Kyoko's head. The tag now made to Toyota. Toyota comes in. We get a double Irish whip, and Kyoko gets a big drop kick to the midsection by Toyota. We get a double underhook suplex, and by Toyota, she throws Kyoto onto the top of the match in kind of like a springboard fashion. We get some kicks to the midsection. Kyoko jumps off the second rope here, and there's an Irish whip to Kyoko, and she does kind of a move where she does that jump off the second rope, and she jumps in, then launches her and hits a nice drop kick into Toyota, and then gets her into a single leg crab, once again punishing the knees of Toyota. And now that's two single leg crabs that she's had in this match thus far. Shooter. That's two thus far, Shooter. Kyoko then breaks a single leg crab and goes and turns into not a camel clutch, but it's just kind of like a back breaker, or like almost like she's doing like a neck breaker almost, where she's stretching her. But I mean, at this point, the torque in this is like Toyota's like backwards C. I shouldn't say backwards C. She's in a C position, but it's doing it when she's bent backwards. It's insane. It's crazy. The dexterity of these women is just out of control. So she breaks that. Toyota breaks that, or no, after a little bit, Kyoko breaks that submission attempt. She picks up Toyota, and she now gives her own version of that suplex onto the top rope. And then Toyota just kind of falls flat back onto the mat. We now make a tag to Takako. There's an Irish whip to Toyota. Toyota goes for a drop kick, or Takako goes for a drop kick, but Toyota grabs the ropes to stop, and Takako eats shit on the mat there. We get a whip into the turnbuckle, and we get a victory roll by Toyota onto Takako for a 2 count. There's an Irish whip and a big back suplex. We get a German suplex, almost into a bridge attempt for only 1, which I thought was interesting that it was only a 1 count. Tag made back to Kyoko, who picks up Toyota and gets her into a backbreaker of some sort, kind of like a torture rack. And then she just throws her across the ring, which I thought was kind of funny. She now drags her in the opponent and gets her in a full Boston Crab in the middle of the ring. She's going real deep, full torque on this. And she turns it into like the Lion Tamer at that point, which I thought was awesome. I said it was a 1994 version of the Lion Tamer. She then breaks that and drops a leg across the neck of Toyota. Tag again to Takako, who now goes for her own form of the camel clutch neck breaker and more like a reverse chin lock, I guess. But that I keep putting in my notes here, like it's just incredible just how flexible and just the torque on these moves is just ridiculous. These submission holds, it's crazy. We kind of move forward now, and we have this like electric chair kind of. I kept calling it like an electric chair drop or like an electric chair suplex kind of thing because it's just that's what she does. She like Toyota gets up and Takako picks her up by her thighs and she kind of just backdrops on her. We then get Toyota jumping onto the second turnbuckle and comes off and hits a nice drop kick. The hot tag now is made to Yamada, who comes in and misses a charge with a clothesline, but then hits a kick to the face onto Takako. Yamada. Goddamn pal. Yamada's up to the top rope. Takako going up to the top rope as well. Both women are on the top rope, and Takako hits like a top rope suplex kind of snapmare for 2 count. Tag is made to Kyoko. Both women are in the ring double teaming. We get an Irish whip and Irish whip to the ropes, and then a tag is made to Toyota, who jumps off the top rope and hits a double drop kick to both opponents. They slam Kyoko, jump up to the top rope and does a moonsault, but misses completely. And Kyoko gets up to the feet. She misses a big clothesline, but we have it's all right. So how can I explain this? So Toyota comes off the rope and does a full flip over Kyoko and then hooks her legs underneath and pulls her down to like a sunset flip pinning combination for 2. Then Kyoko goes up to the second rope and does this awesome enziguri kick off the second rope for a 2 count. Both Inoues are in the ring right now. We get a double team Irish whip where Toyota again jumps off onto the top rope and goes for a leapfrog to hit a crossbody, but both women duck and she hits the mat. Kyoko gets Toyota back up to her feet. Irish whips her into the corner where Takako was standing. Toyota then drop kicks Takako off the corner buckle. And then Kyoko is basically thrown outside by Yamada. We then have what Toyota does is a suicide dive, but it's kind of cool because she runs from one side of the ring, does that jump onto the top rope, and then does a leap onto a flying crossbody, which was kind of sweet, and hits both women onto the outside of the ring. Yamada gets back into the ring, and Toyota and Yamada are in the ring with Kyoko, who's on the second turnbuckle. Yamada goes up to the top, and they do Takako pulls and suplexes both Yamada off the top second turnbuckle, and then Kyoko just kind of knocks Toyota off the turnbuckle. So they're all just kind of like sprawled out now. It looked kind of like a power bomb, but Yamada goes for a clothesline, Kyoko ducks, and then we get a Irish whip again. And I'm sorry, we get both, and they look like they go for a side suplex, but Kyoko flips over, and then she hits that move off the top rope. She runs to the rope. She hits both women, catch her, and kind of, oh, geez, I'm falling apart here on this. Hold on a second. Let me get here. So we get Toyota lifts Kyoko onto her shoulders as Yamada climbs to the top rope and hits an enziguri off the top rope into an elevated Kyoko for a 2 count as Takako breaks the pin attempt. All 4 women are in the ring now. Toyota is with Kyoko and goes for a electric chair suplex, and then backdrops her into the mat and bridges for a 3 count for the first fall at 13 minutes and 28 seconds. So that's the first fall of this match.
It's a fucking lot in 13 minutes. My God.
It's
wow.
nonstop. It's nonstop.
No, I know. It is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that
and it's like
that first sprint was awesome.
Yeah,
right there, and
it sure
I got
was.
confused. I didn't realize it was like a best of 3 match. So when it ended, I was like, "Are they just going to celebrate for the next 30 minutes?" And next 30 minutes, obviously.
Thank God, no, and they kept beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is dope, and like I ended up. I didn't really know what the different names was, but one girl was dressed like the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, that was Kyoko. Yeah.
Kyoko, yeah, she had the nastiest Boston Crab I've ever seen. Like you talked about it, like she had her stretched all the way back. Like
it was
like,
sick.
Painful.
Yes. No, hey, one thing I do want to bring up because shift real quick since you brought up the Ultimate Warrior thing. The whole and Keith, you went right in the match, but the whole pre-match vibe, like where they were doing an interview backstage, and you know, the whole like entrance, like the like it was cheesy '90s music, and then the other theme music was like an '80s arcade game. Like the whole pageantry of the freaking opening was amazing in itself, so I didn't want to ignore that either. Before the match started, that was pretty badass. But I got that Warrior vibe that you're talking about, Shiv. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then Toyota was just taking an ass whooping at the start. Like that camel clutch was like bent all the way back. Like Rusev wished he could arc someone back that bad. Like and Toyota got just drilled in the face and was like tagged nice tag to Yamada after that. Like the Toyota then got back in the ring, hit a nice double drop kick. Sorry, I'm just trying to save you a little bit, Keithy. But like then she missed a moonsault. And then like what was the Warrior sisters?
Kyoko and Takako.
Kyoko with an awesome drop kick from the top rope, which was awesome. And then like Toyota and Yamada like killed like I don't even know what the double team move was. Like I can't even explain it, but they dropped her right on her fucking face. And then she just got a 2 count off of that. I was like, oh my God.
It's like a weird like suplex. It looks like they're gonna go for like a suplex or like a back suplex, and then they just dump her on her face. Yeah.
Well, Keith, you brought up the one move, the electric chair. I actually called it a back suplex from the shoulders because that's what it was. She had her up on the shoulders and literally did a back suplex off of her shoulders, which was fucking nuts.
The only reason I know that, like, I think that's called an electric chair is because I've seen it done, like, in the WWE.
No, it is, but it really wasn't like a traditional electric chair. Like for me, it was like you could call electric chair into a physical back suplex. It was freaking sick.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, great first fall. Great first fall.
I called it a straight jacket electric chair because she kind of crosses her arms. And
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Nice.
And then the other thing I like after the first fall is where they just sit around and drink water while everybody checks on Kyoko after she ate shit.
I pointed out at the end of the second fall that like you see them bringing in the water bottles and shit.
It cracked me the fuck up when they're drinking water while the other ones are just dying on the mat. It's great.
It's cool because it's almost like it's treated like a boxing match. Like
right.
In between the rounds, they have them like they have them come in and they're bringing towels and everything, like wiping their faces and all that kind of shit. So, but we do get a little bit of a break, and then the second fall begins. And I like too that they ring the bell for the second fall too, which I kind of like that in 2 out of 3 falls. You don't see that all the time, where there's like a break in between the falls, and then like they start the match officially. Again.
Well, they got to drink their water, Keith.
But the thing I like is that it's the 2 people that we finished at the end, so it starts off again with Toyota and Kyoko in the ring. We get another test of strength here, but then quickly into a leg sweep by Toyota, who gets Kyoko into her own Boston Crab in the middle of the ring. And again, Toyota's now torquing Kyoko really well. One leg pops out, and then it ends up turning into a single leg crab. Kyoko does reach the ropes to break the hold. Toyota now pulls her back closer into her corner. She makes a tag to Yamada. Yamada gets in again, gets her own kind of a leg grapevine maneuver there, and a submission into Kyoko in the middle of the ring. Kyoko drags herself over to break the hold, grabbing onto the rope. Yamada is now just kicking viciously, kicking the lower back and shoulder area of Kyoko when she's on the mat. Yeah. Drops a big elbow onto her back. She drops another elbow into Kyoko's back. Yamada now picking up Kyoko and getting her to another sidewalk slam or side suplex, whichever you prefer. I think it's a sidewalk slam. That's what I call it. It's the Dino Bravo version there. Once again, rolling her into another single leg crab submission hold. Kyoko's dragging her body almost like she's dragging to hell to get over to that rope. She grabs the rope and breaks the hold. And Yamada gets up and makes tag to Toyota, who comes into the ring, drops a big leg. I love those big leg drops that she drops across her back. Like, it's just so cool. Then she jumps up to the second rope and does another one from the air onto another leg drop, which was great. We get almost, it looked like a double hook, underhook pile driver. And she gets her into another kind of submission hold where she wraps her legs around Kyoko's legs and kind of gets her into a submission hold. I guess you could call it like a fancy abdominal stretch, but it looked like that. Is it AJ? What's it called? Is it the Widow or the Black Widow or the Widow's Peak or whatever it's called?
It's called a spider net.
Yeah, that's looked like she was doing. It wasn't as much like torque on the arm as AJ does, but it was like another almost like submission or even just wear down hold or whatever. But that's what we get from there. We get a quick roll up for 2 by Toyota to Kyoko. Another body slam onto Kyoko, and now Toyota goes to the top rope and says, I think she says it's time. I don't know. She says it's time in Japanese, and then drops what looked like a big splash, but it didn't look like Kyoko got her knees up, but it almost looked like she kind of turned herself into like a ball of some kind or whatever. But basically, Toyota hit that, and it was like almost like a gut buster, basically. And then the move's averted. So now we have a tag to Takako, who comes in and gets Toyota into a tombstone position. This was kind of freaking awesome. I don't know if it was like she was trying to just like cinch her up for the tombstone or whatever, but she kind of
she was kneeing her in the head at the same time.
Yeah,
was that what she was doing? Okay, so that's what she was doing. Because I'm like,
she was just trying to add some devastation before she actually hit
okay, that's what it was. Because I was like, it almost looked like she was trying to cinch her up, but she couldn't get her up high enough. I was like,
she was
trying
kneeing the fuck out of her.
Okay, so she's kneeing the fuck out of Toyota's head, which was awesome.
I'd never seen that before, and I was like,
neither have I.
Everyone else,
yeah, I definitely.
It was fantastic.
That's why,
it was amazing.
That's why I was like, I was confused because I was like, is she? Because again, having seen tombstones go wrong, I'm like, is she trying to protect her by like cinching her up and getting her higher? And no, she was just fucking kneeing her head. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Even better. I mean, god damn it, they're beating the shit out of each other. This is awesome. This is a slobber knocker. She then gets
slapping.
It's women's slapping meat.
Women slapping meats. I love it.
Yep. But then she does drop the tombstone for a 2 count in the middle of the ring too, which I love. After all those things she still kicks out.
Mark from Texas cringe somewhere in the distance.
Seriously. We get some quick knees to the head of Toyota from Takako. We have, it looks like a reverse chin lock here now on Toyota. Toyota eventually gets her foot onto the bottom of the rope. Tag is now made by Kyoko. We have this move where Kyoko charges into the corner, jumps on the second rope, and hits a DDT onto Toyota, which was kind of cool. She then goes again onto the second rope and delivers another DDT. The tag is now made to Takako, who comes in and hits another jumping DDT onto Toyota. Another quick tag.
So fucking great.
Another
so
jumping
good.
DDT. 3 jumping DDTs. Actually, 4 jumping DDTs. Excuse me, 5 jumping DDTs. Like so many fucking.
And they fucking plan her every time. It's just right on the fucking forehead.
I was like,
so great.
I'm sitting there going, here's another one. 2. Wait, 3. No, 4. Excuse me, 5. And then I think it was 6. And I don't even know how she was even able to stand at that point. We then get a German suplex for 2. Oh, by the way, after they do these, she kicks out. Like, she keeps kicking out. It's like, what? Oh, my God. Another tag now made to Takako, who comes in, and we get a camera shot. The fucking camera missed whatever Takako was going to do because we get a camera of Kyoko basically sucking wind in the corner over there. I mean, it was just kind of weird. I don't know. But whatever happened there, I kind of missed it because it was like Toyota looks like she goes for like, I don't know, like either a knee or maybe a drop kick. It was like an Irish whip, and then like she kind of did like, I think it was a knee. It looked like it was like the Daniel Bryan running knee almost, but she knocks Takako down to the mat and makes a tag to Yamada. Who now she gets a nice on drag on Takako. She hits a double underhook suplex. But the tag is now made to Kyoko. We get quick tags in and out by all 4 women at this point. This is really, they're starting to pick up the pace really fast now. tag again made to Toyota. We get Kyoko jumping, Irish whip to Kyoko, double team Irish whip. Kyoko jumps off the top rope, hits both women with like 2 back elbows, which was sweet. So now both of the champions are knocked down. Kyoko pulls Toyota up, who's a legal woman. We get another body slam. She jumps to the top rope. She jumps and drops a big back elbow onto the prone Toyota, and that's going to be a 2 count. Toyota breaks out of the 2 by a bridge. This was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. She bridges to break the count. I was like, when the fuck have you ever seen that? It was unbelievable. It was crazy. We get this power bomb attempt. Now, this is where I was saying, like, Kyoko's like a brick shithouse because she keeps trying to do these power bombs, and sometimes she gets them, sometimes she doesn't. And it's kind of funny because whenever she gets the women up, you could see the women like drape their legs down. So it's almost like it looks like it's like, I don't know, like a combination of like a backbreaker or like it's weird. It's like a weird deal going on, but I guess it's a way for them to get out of that power bomb attempt, I guess. I don't know. But we get a sunset flip for a 2 count. We get a quick tag now to Yamada. She hits an enziguri to the back of the head, kicks Kyoko in the back of the head again. Kyoko's still standing. We get a 3rd kick, a 4th kick, a 5th kick. At one point, Takako holds Yamada. Yamada gets caught, and there's a charge from Kyoko to Yamada, but then Yamada breaks free, and Takako and Kyoko just collide in the ring apron. Yamada then comes back in, hits a big back suplex to Kyoko, picks her up, hits another back suplex, hits a 3rd back suplex. Maybe one more to the crowd is what Yamada says. She picks her up, finger up, hits a 4th back suplex. I said, this is Suplex City here. A 5th back suplex, and we still have a 2 count. 5 back suplexes for a 2 count. Body slam by Yamada. She climbs the top rope. Both women are now on the top rope. Both women jump. So Yamada climbs up to the one side. Toyota climbs up to the other side. Kyoko's on the mat. They do a diving headbutt, both of them, and she rolls out of the way. And now we get both Inoue sisters come in and apply essentially STFs onto both of the champions. It's crazy. I was like, good Lord, this is insane. Like and the legal people are Kyoko and Yamada, which the referee focuses on those two, which is great. Eventually Yamada gets to the bottom rope, and it's great because at one point Takako gets up and she's like, well, what the fuck, man? I just had her, and I had this one screaming for a submission, but it didn't count. So Kyoko and so Yamada gets to the bottom rope. Kyoko's supposed to broke the hold. So we get back up to base for all 4 women. Kyoto has Yamada up, and we get that powerbomb attempt, but Toyota jumps off and hits a drop kick onto Kyoko to break the hold. Yamada up to the top rope, goes for a kick. She misses the kick to the back, and now we have both women on the top rope looking for a superplex. But Kyoko picks up Yamada, gives her a slam from the top rope, almost like a power slam off the top rope for a 2 count. Kyoko picks up Yamada, hits her with the power bomb, and that's going to be it for the second pin at 24 minutes and 56 seconds for the second fall. So now we're tied at 1 each. So thoughts on this, where we're at now, this fall?
Yeah, she basically hits the what Mike Awesome calls the awesome bomb. It's more like she takes her over the shoulder in power bombs, or instead of obviously going like up next to the head and doing the power bomb like usual, like the regular move. But yeah, I mean, Yamada and Kyoko beat the absolute shit out of everyone in this match. Kyoko takes a good beating too, but the Inoue sisters beat the absolute crap out of Toyota. Yeah. And anytime Yamada's in there, she is just absolutely unleashing any and everything she can. Brutal kicks throughout. Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely absurd. You talked about the tombstone spot where she just has her dangling there and just delivers knees after knees after knees, and then eventually does do the pile driver. The DDT series was ridiculous and awesome. The back suplex.
The back suplexes series was ridiculous.
Yeah, the one that you talked about, just absolutely devastating, dumping on her head almost every time. I love the missing headbutt spot that they immediately transitioned into submissions. Like,
yes,
there wasn't like a split second difference. Like, she moved and they immediately jumped on them and started locking in the submissions. I honestly thought that was going to be the finish of the fall. But I did love the top rope power slam and then the awesome bomb to finish the fall. But yeah, just absolute devastation from both sides. But yeah, I think Yamada. Well, I'll probably say this again at the end, but Yamada and Kyoko were definitely the MVPs in this one for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just piggyback on what Logan said. Like, and I'm not going to go line by line, Keith, because like it's so hard to do this match because it never slows down. The power slam. I think Logan brought that up, but the finishing spot. I think I looked it up. It's called a Niagara driver. That's what they actually call the move. So, yeah, it's called a Niagara driver. That's what I looked at. Like, I looked at some of these moves up because I'm like, what the fuck are they doing here?
No, that's great. Yeah.
So, but anyway, and there's some other words that they named to some of these that I've never heard of in my life. I won't get into that, but yeah, the second fall, man. But the first two falls have been incredible. Like, they just go. The DDTs, the suplexes. I mean, they're just beating the living fucking shit out of each other to like such a high degree that I've never seen in a women's match in my entire life. Like, it's like, Jesus Christ. And the hard part for me is, and I'll talk that when we get to the end, is I don't know how you rate the last match we watched on the last episode, then go watch something like this and think there's even anything comparable. That's anyway, I'll leave it at that.
All right.
Schiff, go ahead. So.
I love how me and Keithy had the same notes, like, because like I was like, damn, I said Yamada's taking old girl to Suplex City right here, which I thought was fun.
Yeah,
I did love the jumping DDTs on the stack of dimes you call a neck as well. That was awesome. Like, I love like the sisters getting them in the submission moves. Like Logan said, that was so smooth and flawless. The top rope, I called it a top rope shoulder breaker. That was hit. That got it too. That was disgusting. And then the power bomb, and that's the win. Like, that was just like, well, she was like, if I'm not going to kill you with this is definitely going to kill you. And it was like insult to injury, but just like it's so fast paced. Like, these women are going like 0 to 100, and it's been 100 for the past like 20 minutes or whatever it is. Just a banger. And yeah, I'm just loving every minute of it. Like, like you could tell when I get lost in the match because my notes just slow down completely. And spoiler alert, I have like 5 notes between fall 1 and fall 2 because I got locked the fuck in. So
it's really hard.
Like,
there's so much going on. It's incredible.
Yeah. And I'm not, and you know what's funny is that like the way I did the notes is, and I apologize if it sounds like I'm seriously going step by step, but it's because I was reading into my phone, basically into like audio text, just so that I could keep track of this, because I'm like, I tried for like the first 2 minutes to like write shit, and I was like, I can't even write down like stuff. I can't. And
that is the way, Keith.
Yeah,
that is the way.
I'm used to writing stuff because I do it for the class shows, but I can't do it for this because this was too much.
It's too fast. Yeah, it's
like too fast.
Too much happened too quickly.
But even with the last matchup, Danielson and Okada, like, I wrote some notes down because I was able to like kind of just pause for a second, but it's like I felt like if you pause, you have to go back because you missed something in the second you click on the mouse.
Yeah, the second you look away to type something, it's like, oh, another devastating pile driver happens like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
And I will say before you get started with the third fall, when they zoom in, when they ring the bell for the third fall, I can't. I know it's Kyoko, but I can't remember who's on the other side in the ring to start.
It's Yamada.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, but they are fucking whipped.
They're
just like, oh my god, do we have to do this again?
That's why I said, like, I noticed the water bottles and the towels on the third fall because I was like, these poor women.
You can tell Kyoko's been through it because, like I said, she beats the shit out of the other team, but she also gets her ass beat for a good portion of the match. But yeah, when you go into this third fall, they look like they have been through hell, which they have. I mean, but they are tired.
But the first fall was like 13 plus, 13:28. And then they basically went another full 13 minutes because it's 24:50. It's basically another 10 minutes that they go. So this one, it's like they're tired now, like they're tired. And they've been beating each other up for 24 minutes.
You can tell. I mean, but they still go all out in this last fall, but you can tell at the beginning that they have just absolutely beat the mess out of each other.
So yeah, as we start, I put that note. I go, these 4 women have had a war so far. So again, we have Kyoko and Yamada starting. However, Kyoko, as Logan attested to, was tired as shit. So she immediately tags out to Takako, who's now in there with Yamada. And she's like, "You come in, fresh face." So we get an Irish whip off the rope, but a reversal by Yamada. We get a big kick to the face of Takako. She tags in Toyota, so she's just like, I'm tired. I need a breather. Come on in, Toyota. Toyota comes in, and now Toyota and Takako are in the ring with each other. We get an Irish whip off the rope by Takako. She misses a clothesline, and we have that, like, it's an interesting, I don't know what you call it, but it's like, so Toyota gets her into like an abdominal stretch, but then they both get on the ground and they start rolling around that ring, where it's like they're just rolling in a big circle. Didn't we see this I feel like we saw this in the first match. I feel like.
It was definitely in one of the matches. I think it was in this. I think it was in the 6-man.
Was in the 6? Yeah, it was in the yeah. So we get that weird, which it's like I've seen that in independent wrestling. It's a fun crowd match. It probably is for a minute for them to like just breathe and get like a breath of air, because
it definitely feels out of place in like a third fall out of a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, but I bet you it's almost like a rest hold. I bet, you know. So they're rolling around the ring in that kind of weird pinning predicament, like a pinwheel almost. But eventually we get Toyota gets Takako in the pinning predicament where there's only a 2 count. Toyota gets up to the second rope. She jumps off and hits a massive drop kick to the face of Takako. She hits her right in the face. And then she goes up to the second turnbuckle, does another one, but this time hits her right in the middle of the chest for a 2 count. Another 2 count. We have an Irish whip to the corner. Yamada comes back in. She get Irish whips for Takako. Kick to the face. Another kick to the face. Yamada's kicks are fantastic. I love these. She goes in and knocks Kyoko off the ring apron. Another big spinning heel kick to the face of Takako. Yamada is now in control here, dragging Takako up off the mat. She gets an Irish whip into the corner, and Toyota drops another drop kick onto I think it's Takako onto a back suplex and into a back suplex by Yamada. So she hits a drop kick and then to a back suplex. Yamada now gets Takako into a Boston Crab, and it breaks down into a single leg crab. Takako seems to be crying in pain at some point. You can hear it. If you guys watch this, I don't know, Sean, if you watched it with the sound on because you didn't want to listen to the Japanese.
Oh no! You can hear
her
on.
Crying in pain. Yeah. Again, she's dragging herself to the rope, but still that single leg crab is so hooked in so deep. Her knee is like bent all the way back. She eventually reaches the rope, and Yamada breaks the hold. We get another Irish whip and a kick by Takako, and then she hits a double underhook suplex of her own to Yamada. We get a quick tag made now to Kyoko, who just gets in and starts slapping Yamada in the face, like just slapping her around. She does an Irish whip, and she doesn't really do anything, which is weird. Like, I don't know what she was going for, but it led to a spinning heel kick by Yamada. The referee is way out of position, so we don't even get a pin count on there. But there is a break by Takako, which is kind of funny. The referee doesn't even go to pin or count the pin, but Takako breaks it up anyway. Toyota comes in and attacks Takako. We get a body slam by Yamada, and we get a body slam by Kyoko by Yamada. Both women are now they do that double head cut. Excuse me. They do the double headbutt off the top rope as they were going to before, which was kind of sweet. The referee is in position, and we get a 2 count by Kyoko, who kicks out. So we now have Yamada lifts up and puts Kyoko onto the top rope backwards, and we have both champions get up to the second rope, and it looks like they're going to do that double back suplex. But what they do is they do that, like, I called it like a flapjack or a pancake flapjack or whatever, where they do that back suplex and she just falls flat on her face. We get another 2 count, but that's because Takako breaks up the count. We have this weird maneuver where Kyoko is bent over and Yamada puts her into like a double unhook, like it looked like a pedigree move. I don't know what she was doing, but it failed because Takako comes in and clotheslines Yamada to knock her down. She gets up and hits a back suplex onto Kyoko. Once again, she climbs the top rope and goes for another kick to the face for 2. Yamada kicks her in the face, and Kyoko gets kicked off the top rope, and now she does this move again where she successfully does this weird kind of like pedigree move. I don't know what you would call it, but again, it's only for 2 count because Takako again breaks up the pin. Toyota gets to the top rope, but Kyoko runs in and jumps onto the top rope as well, pulls her down, and then goes for a pin, even though I don't think Toyota was a legal woman at the time, but it didn't matter. And she did that. It allowed her to do that awesome bridge move again to get out of the 2 counts. it looks like there's a couple power, like Kyoko's trying to do a couple of power bombs attempts on Toyota, but she can't get her up. Eventually she gets her up, but then Yamada comes in and kicks Kyoko, and Kyoko falls. We now have a moonsault by Toyota onto Kyoko for a 2 count with a kick out. Then we do that, what did you call it, Logan? The straitjacket electric chair maneuver, I guess? Yeah. Kyoko breaks out of that, hits a massive clothesline onto Toyota. Like she did like a clothesline from hell, basically, or a lariat if you want. She gets pumped up. She starts screaming to the crowd. She hits this big power bomb, but she can't get her up all the way. She then hits the power bomb and gets a 3, but the count is broken up at the last second by Yamada. It was really awesome. Like it was like 2 3/4 fall. Even though Takako was trying to hold Yamada back, we get a hot tag now made to Yamada. Or it's rather a tag made to Takako, and Kyoko gets Toyota up. She slips out of the way. She gets onto the second rope with Takako on the rope, but she goes for what looked like a suplex. But then Takako kicks Toyota off the top rope, and we get another 2 count. I'm seriously, because I'm like looking at this going, how long is this going to go for that these two are beating each other up for? Kyoko gets it says, wait, this is new. We're going again for no. Kyoko does that move where she gets it and it's finally done. It's that. All right. So what did you call this again, Sean?
It's called I believe it's called a Niagara. It's called a Niagara driver.
Yeah. So it's like she gets her up in that power bomb, and it looks like, and then Takako comes off with, I'm assuming it's supposed to be like an elbow or a knee or something. Is that?
I think it's supposed to be a knee. Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't. The first one didn't look good. And she only gets a 2 count.
The first attempt.
They kind of did botch the first one, but they get a 2 count, and that's really because Yamada again comes in. Yamada and Kyoko now spill out of the outside. They're fighting on the outside of the ring. Takako goes to climb to the second rope, but Yamada comes in, knocks her down. Now the 3 of them are all outside the ring. This is where it gets really good. Toyota climbs up to the top of the rope and jumps onto the outside of the ring and hits a fucking massive drop kick and hits Yamada. Big miscommunication by the champions here. Yamada's out on the ground from that drop kick. I feel like she's done with that. We go back into the ring. Takako picks up Toyota, and Kyoko runs, jumps on the top rope, and hits like a back elbow for 2 count. She kicks out again. Takako then gets up into the top rope. She hits a kick to Toyota, and she does another kick to the back of the head of Toyota from the top rope. And now we get this move where Kyoko comes in, gets her up in the power bomb. It is a knee. You're absolutely right, because Takako hits a beautiful knee on it, and she hits that move, and that's the 3 count for the victory. 33 minutes, 47 seconds in to end the match. The Inoue sisters win the tag team championship. Oh, I'm done.
Yeah,
I think that was like a 30-minute match recap. That was like incredible. Keith, you did a good job, man. You got the names right. You handled that really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Let's go. Let's start with Sean.
Oh, where do I start? I got to summarize this without going too long because we covered every move under the sun. So I don't want it to be a 30-minute. Here's my feedback because it's hard. Listen, what I loved about this is everybody really played their part. Like, the match was constant. The intensity was amazing. Kyoko, for me, felt like here's what I'm going to break it down as like how everybody broke it down. For me, Kyoko felt like the start of the match. Crowd was fully behind Kyoko from the opening moment. I think Kyoko hit a spear right out of the gate, right? So, and I think it would never let up from there. And Kyoko had a perfect mix of like powerhouse offense and babyface like spirit. There was some injury selling carrying through the later falls, which I thought was great. Toyota was basically the punching bag and escape artist for most of the match, which was insane. Yep. She took an unbelievable beating, kept surviving just long enough, and just the hope spots of this were sick because every time I thought Toyota was done, Toyota was not done. It was just great. Yamada, I thought Yamada kind of brought kind of a cool edge of the match with constant kicks and submissions. The offense was violent. Just the legwork, submissions was awesome. And I really liked how the submissions actually felt important. They weren't just like transitional spots. Takako, I thought was kind of like the sneaky heel a little bit in this, flipping off the crowd and constantly a pest, adding personality to the match. And then Takako and Kyoko, I think they worked surprisingly well together because they brought like a really different energy when they were both in, and I thought it was balanced with huge spots, with struggle, which Logan brought up a really good point about there was huge spots, but at one point, and they just look exhausted, and they were done. And I think you said that was like at the end of the second fall. I think you said that, right, Logan? Is that you
right
that said
at the
that?
beginning, right before they start the bell for the last
Right.
ball.
And so this just felt like people were surviving a war. It wasn't choreography. They were just going at it. It didn't feel choreographed.
Yep.
Just so much going on. Listen, I loved it. I thought it's an easy 5-star. I have never seen a women's match in history where I've seen two women beat the shit out of each other. I think the second closest I could come up with, and Logan, correct me if I'm wrong, was it a street fight between Willow and Statlander? I think they had on AEW that was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I want to say that might be correct. It's definitely Willow for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that one was probably the only one I could think of, but it didn't even come close to that. So 5 stars for me. Unbelievable. Just fucking fantastic. And I'll say this one more time. I don't know how you look at the last match we talked about on the last episode and compare that to this and call that a 5-star match. This one, I'll be honest with you, this might be my most favorite match we've watched in the 4 episodes we've done so far. This was fucking sick. It was great. So that's my take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr.
I mean,
Ship-
okay.
okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Logan.
No, go ahead, Jeff. You're good. Go.
I was gonna say, Mr. Shiflet.
Oh, this is just amazing. Like, Keithy did a hell of a job play-by-play. I would suggest searching this match out if you haven't seen it and watch
1,000%.
I will. Every match
Ever.
that we do on this, I will link in the podcast description. So
Beautiful.
watch it while
Beautiful.
we talk about it for sure.
Watch these women beat the ever-loving shit out of each other for like, was it 38 minutes?
Yeah,
33 minutes, something like that.
33, yeah, 33 and change.
Close to 40,
33 minutes. They beat and they're doing moves that like I had never even seen before. Like I love, like they're dropping each other on faces, like on a suplex. Like it's just amazing. Like I have a note here that Toyota dies for our sins and kicks out at 2. No idea where that's from, but it's right before the missile drop kick on the outside. And it's just like, I got like the sisters hit a super back elbow and get a 2. Then they get the win with the super knee drop. Just amazing. 5 stars across the board. I can't get over how good this match was. Like, and you know, I didn't even know any of the names of these people. Like, you know, I was writing one down as Warrior. She looked like the Ultimate Warriors. I was like, all right, it's gonna be the Warrior. And it was just amazing. Keith, you did a great job with the play-by-play. I knew that was a lot to talk, and you did great. Just go out and watch this match. Like, and it's 5 stars. Like, they leave it out a lot, and you know, it was awesome. It's literally all I can say.
Yeah, Yamada really did us all a favor by having her name on her her outfit that she had on. So it was easy to tell those two apart, but obviously the other two you kind of had to do some digging on. But yeah, I mean, this one would go like maybe 6 or 7 stars for me if we were going above 5 stars. But
you're damn right.
We'll play it down the line and just go with 5. But yeah, I mean, this is one that could definitely get elevated from that. I would say for sure. Like we've all said, they beat the absolute shit out of each other. All 3 falls, the submissions, they wrench them in. Like I didn't talk about it earlier, but the Lion Tamer in like the first fall, she absolutely bends her in fucking half. And and there was a camel clutch as well that I think Schiff pointed out, like where she just completely bends her completely backwards, and it's absolutely sick. But yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Kyoko definitely stood out as kind of an MVP for me because she sells really well, but she also does some devastating offense. What I've noticed in the few Japanese women's matches that I have seen, we've watched some on Roulette, and like I said previously, I've done some of these matches before on a previous podcast, but they all start, like the match starts and Kyoko immediately just runs across the ring and
spear. It was a spear right out of the gate.
The spear, the very first move of the match, but like just immediately just lays in a huge shot to start the match. That seems like it's a pretty big kind of calling card of these kind of matches. So I thought that was really awesome, and kind of a good consistent way. I love in this last fall that they go back to the diving headbutt spot and they actually hit it this time, but it still wasn't good enough. So I really like that they kind of came back to that. at the end of the match, the Inoues just go after Toyota and beat the shit out of her, hit devastating move after devastating move on her, but they just seemingly can't beat her. She keeps kicking out. She eventually does kick Yamada down on the outside accidentally, and then they eventually do finish her off with that Niagara driver, awesome bomb, whatever you want to call it, the jumping knee kind of combination. But yeah, just absolutely awesome. Again, like I said, if we were going higher than 5 stars, it would absolutely be that, but definitely absolutely got this one right with the 5-star rating. So absolutely awesome match.
I would not feel bad about giving this like 6 stars. You know, I know that goes against, I think it goes against what, Schiff says, but no, I would say that this is,
I mean, that's just me doing it. Y'all can do whatever you want. Like, this is just me.
And I do want to say that, like, in regards to what Shawn was saying earlier about, like, how do I look at the last match that we watched on episode 3 and this and compare it? And it's different storytelling. It's a different reason. You know what I mean? It's
not even close, though. It's not even in the realm of. There's no comparison.
Okay, but I'm not going to disagree with you on that, and the fact that I look at it as it's different storytelling in a different way, but and that
definitely different styles for sure. Yeah.
And that being said, I'm even looking at that as this is a better match than that Okada Danielson match.
You're damn right it was.
Yeah, and I mean this is the greatest women's match I've ever seen in my life at this point.
No doubt about it.
And no doubt. And to be perfectly honest, it might be one of the greatest tag team matches I've ever seen in my life, regardless of whether it's male or female. It was just unbelievable. These 4 individuals, these 4 superstars went out there, left everything out there, as Schiff said, died for our sins. And just the drop kick that Toyota hits off the top. I mean, dude, it's bad enough doing it from a top rope. She jumps onto the outside of the ring and then slams Yamada and then falls on. Unbelievable. I was like, what the
What makes me mad is I had no idea this match even existed. And it was in 94. And I'm like, how did I fucking miss this all this time? That's just one of those matches you watch and go, holy shit, how did I not know about this? You know?
So the only thing I would say is whether or not Meltzer got this one right. I would say maybe not, because he only gave it 5 stars. But I mean, absolutely 1000%. Dave hit it on the nail on the head. I mean, this was a fucking banger. Yes, Logan's gonna link it. It's on YouTube. So I mean, if you go up there, look it up. It's October 9th, 1994.
Correct.
Yeah, look it up. The Inoue sisters versus Toyota and Yamada. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I was just blown away watching this. Blown away. So I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I apologize that it ran very long, but it was like one of those where I felt like I had to get everything.
It was a 3-fall match, so like I think people will give us an okay for that one. So,
but let's see some plugs here. So Shiffy baby, what do you got to plug?
Yeah, just check out everything here on the Backbone Wrestling Network. These guys are doing great work, especially Logan, because he's the backbone of the backbone. Yeah, just check everything out, and you can find me on Instagram as Schiff Reads.
Yeah, everybody should go do Schiff Reads. Everybody should check him out on Instagram, because if there's one thing Schiff knows how to do, it's read. So
surprisingly,
and he does it well. He does it
well. Senor Ding Dong, Mr. Kidd, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
No, not for this month of May. Just Shit Take with Keith and Hands of Z with Keith. We'll have new episodes come back. I'm going to say right now, yes, probably in June. So.
What about Territorial? Any Territorials?
Territorial, I'll drop when I can. It's not necessarily on a rhythm or a rhyme. It's just when I want to do it.
Is Crock and Roll all done?
As of now, Crock and Roll has probably about 2 or 3 months left on the revisit. Yes.
Well, there you go.
I think it's going to roll through at least like maybe August or.
Yeah,
September.
It'll roll through the summer.
And I heard a rumor that 7 Months of Danger may be making an appearance on the backbone.
I might do the replay on that after Crock and Roll's over. We'll see.
All right. Excuse me, Mr. Meltzer, out of his chair, Mr. Logjam. Anything you'd like to promote?
Nobody needs to relive 7 Months of Danger. I'm just
Everybody should, because it's one of the greatest pods of all time for the wrong reasons. Reasons.
It is a great pod. Was a fun journey. Maybe not towards the end, but it was definitely a good time.
It broke Matt Souza, so I'm very happy that Keith got him on Clash of the Backbones, because I think 7 Months of Danger broke Souza.
He wants to do another Clash. He said he put in a request for another Clash.
That's good, because 7 Months of Danger almost brought his podcasting to an end. So.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, he hates WCW now because of it.
Yes.
But no, kind of like we said earlier, all the matches that we do on this show, I'm going to link in the podcast description. So definitely watch the match either before or after you listen to the pod, or while you're listening to the pod, whatever you want to do. I think it would be, I think obviously we enjoyed the matches, so I think you would probably enjoy the matches as well if you listen along as well, of course. But those will always be in the podcast descriptions. But yeah, check out everything on the Backbone. We're putting out a lot of good stuff. By the time you have this episode drop, we will have hit our 2-year anniversary. So we will have our anniversary special will have dropped. We're going to watch a special show of some sort that Matsu's found on the deep, dark parts of the internet, I'm sure. So we'll definitely have some fun with that. But just check out everything we've got going. Everybody does a lot of great work. And I really enjoy a lot of the pods we have going on here, and everybody does a really good job. So,
We're not watching See No Evil. I mean, it is May 19th is our anniversary, so.
Yeah, but it's Matt Souza's birthday as well, so we want to make him happy, and I don't think that would make him very happy.
Alrighty. Well, you can listen to that. Plus, listen to me on GFA Live with Petey Winston. Check out me cooking on the YouTube show. And also, I should give a shout out to the Jenny position for Exposition, one of the one and only greatest X-Man podcast on the North South Connection Podcast Network that I usually join Tim Capel and Jennifer Smith on. So you should listen to that. That's been out, and I think that's kind of do it for me. So with that being said, this has been Meltzer. What is the show again? Meltzer Knows Best?
Yes.
What happened, Wayne?
This is cheer me up about that time that we did that podcast called Meltzer Knows Best. So that's going to do it for this episode of Meltzer Knows Best. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Stacking stars like snapshots, old tapes on the floor, tiny desk, big opinions, turning why into more. Every match, every minute, he's rewinding the frame from a busted high school bleacher to a household name. 5-star Dave, call it how you see it. Turn that page, history read it. Talk that talk, make the whole room lean in. Yeah, we lean. 5-star Dave, say it, you believe it. Raise that grade, love it or you leave it. Thumbs in the air. dream. 5-star day, call it how you see it. Turn that page, history read. Talk that talk, make the whole room lean in. Hey, Leland, 5-star day, say it, you believe it. Raise that grade, love it or you leave it. Thumbs in the air for the man who means it. 5-star Dave.